Some of the biggest names in music are teaming up with their moms. From Cradle to Stage is a 6-part series featuring heartwarming stories and moments about their journey in music and the moms who supported them along the way. I'm so excited about this. Joining me now is Imagine Dragons frontman Dan Reynolds and your mom, Christene. Hi, guys. So nice to have you here.
Great to be here.
Okay, so first of all, what did you think when you were approached about participating in this docuseries?
Well, first and foremost, I love Dave Grohl and everything that he's done, and I've both in the music and film world. So I knew that it sounded really intriguing. My mom is an incredible person who's been behind the scenes for decades and has raised 9 kids, 8 boys and 1 girl in Las Vegas, and yeah, I know a lot of my career and everything that I do, it comes from her. My physical being comes from her. So to shine a little light on her seemed like a no-brainer.
Christene, that must be so nice to know how much you're appreciated by your kids, especially, in a moment like this.
It's unwarranted, but sweet. And I felt very nervous about doing this, but Danny wanted me to, so.
Well, probably the easiest thing in the world to just talk about your children, right? So tell me about the moment when, Dan was like, hey, Mom, I'm not going to go to college. I'm going to pursue a career in rock and roll. And I know you come from a very, traditional Mormon family. So what was that like, Christene?
It wasn't unexpected because he could not stop being a musician his whole life. So it was just kind of what is the word you use, Dan? Organic? Is that what you talk about, how your band grows? It was just evolving for him. So it was not unexpected. It was, we worried. We wanted him to be able to have the life he wanted to be able to have a family, which he wanted, and be able to have a pretty normal life. And that part was a little scary, but it wasn't actually that scary. He's level-headed. He said, let me just give it a try this way and see what happens. And he could not. It was really something he could not do. So it didn't make it very hard.
I love that. So from the get-go, Dan, go ahead, Christene.
No, just that. It was just him from the get-go.
I love that. So, Dan, from the get-go, you've always had this amazing support from your family and especially your mom. That's got to be pretty cool.
Yeah, my mom comes from the world of academia. She's an incredibly intelligent woman. Was going to be a doctor. Probably would have changed the world of doctorhood. Her brother is one of the leading heart surgeons in America, and writes the book on heart surgery. She was working hand in hand with him, and she decided she was either going to do that or she was going to raise children. And she decided she wanted to raise children. She felt like she would make a bigger impact having 9 kids than doing that. Who's to say? I don't know which would have been better, but that's what she chose. And so obviously when I said, I wanted to drop out of college to do this, academia was so important to her and to all of the kids in our family. All my brothers are doctors and lawyers, a plastic surgeon, an anesthesiologist, a dentist, all attorneys. My brother is my attorney. My other brother is my manager. So academia is so important that obviously when your kid says, hey, I want to be an artist, it's a different road, and it can be a little more risky and scary, especially dropping out of college, but she supported me in it. And for that, I'm very grateful.
And so did your dad, which was really lucky.
That's very cool. And look at you now. You use your platform too to do so many good things for the community and, to support inclusion, especially, within the LGBTQ community. So you did a great job, Christene. You did a really good job with Dan and all your kids.
I think they just came that way. My husband is amazing, and that was a big help. And my husband loves music. He's always known that Dan was going to be great. He never questioned it.
That's very cool. Okay, so tell me a little bit about the show. I watched a couple of clips, and it's really like you guys are just hanging out, having conversations with Dave and his mom, Virginia, and the two of you. It really has a nice tone to it, a nice vibe.
Yeah, Dave just came out to Vegas and spent a lot of time with me and my mom, and he just had a lot of questions. And Virginia was amazing as well, just so eloquent and wonderful, wonderful human. So yeah, it was interesting, especially when you're able to connect with a different person who's been in this a very similar circumstance, and to talk about what it was like with him and his mom. And you don't get to do that every day, you know. And this is it's a weird transition from being a nothing band to being world famous. I wouldn't put it on my worst enemy. There's a lot of things that come with it that are very difficult, a lot of pitfalls, a lot of hardship that comes along the way, but also it's incredible, obviously, and I wouldn't do it any other way. And I'm so grateful for it. But to actually sit down with someone else who's been through the same thing, you know, there were, I think, just a lot of questions that you want to ask each other that we were able to. So that was cool.
Yeah, I can imagine what a wild ride it has been. Well, just so you know, your music is in heavy rotation in our house. It's awesome. We really love your band and you as a front man. And Christene, is there any advice you would give to parents who are kind of facing a moment of having their kids wanting to pursue a career in the arts?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know if I could give anybody advice. It was like a just daily try to make the right decisions, and he did them. You know, we stood back, but Ron and I, we've supported him always in whatever. We've always believed in him as a level-headed, smart man, and so we kind of figured that he would find his way. And he did.
Well, he obviously learned it from someone, and I'm sure that's you and your husband. You guys did an awesome job. So I'm going to be honest, I watched the promo. I'm already going to have the tissues ready to go when I watch the series. I love it. So congratulations, and I look forward to, you know, watching the whole show. And what are you guys going to do for Mother's Day?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think, I don't know. Are we getting together? Are we doing pizza at your house for...
Unless you want to do them at your own houses with your own wife.
No, I think we should. Every Sunday since, I can just tell you this before we go, but every Sunday since I was born, we all get together as a family and make pizza together. And that's been a tradition that we've upheld for 30 plus years. And so we'll probably get together and make some sauce and make some dough and put some pizzas in. Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fun, and I'm glad you guys will be together. Well, From Cradle to Stage will be streaming on Paramount Plus just in time for Mother's Day on May 6th. Thank you, guys. It was such a pleasure to talk to you today.
Thank you so much. Take care.